Hello friends, I am Anjana Sagar. I am a piping engineer for the last 19 years and today I shall be discussing piping as a career for all of you. You must have seen the piping around you, maybe the piping around your houses, right? So we shall be discussing about the piping as a career. Piping is not a single career, but it has many phases. So we will take it up one by one. The bathroom piping, the kitchen piping, you all are aware. But are we going to talk about these pipes? No, we are not. We shall be discussing those areas where piping plays a key role, where we are the lead, right? So this is also a piping which is required. Water piping is required in many areas, but we shall be predominantly discussing about the big pipes like the pipes being used in the power plants. Can you see these big pipes, the important pipes? The petrochemical complexes, the diesel, kerosene, LPG, etc. These are prepared here. The raw material for the plastics, for medicines, it is being obtained. It is obtained from these petrochemical complex, and in this, piping is the key role player. Offshore, we take out oil and gas from underground and transport it to the onshore. Pipelines are involved in this. The chemical plants, sulfuric acid plant, hydrochloric acid plant, the phosphoric acid plants. These big pipes that you see here are the ducts. The pharmaceutical plants, the cement plant, the backbone of any infrastructure, the fertilizer plant. So indirectly piping is contributing to the agriculture also. What you need to be a piper? What are the knowledge needed to be a piper? The knowledge of layout, material, flexibility or the stress analysis and the softwares. So we shall be taking it up one by one. Piping is further divided into 4 sections: layout, stress, material and the 3D administration. So first and foremost we will take up layout. So let's see what is required to be in layout. Layout is dependent on the type of the plant. For some plant, it may be needed that all the equipments are to be placed on the ground. So for this, we need a lot of land. Nothing comes for free. Everything is money. So we cannot just place the equipments here and there. There are certain guidelines, certain rules set by the standards. And as per the process of the plant, we have to place the equipment at optimum distance. So the person who is in layout should have the knowledge of the codes and standards as well as should know the good engineering practices. For this, some 2D and 3D softwares are needed. For 2D, mainly MicroStation and AutoCAD. 3D we will discuss when we will go into the 3D section. And the main deliverable of this is plot plan, equipment layouts, GADs, isometrics, nozzle orientations, 3D modeling is also performed by the layout section, and the checkers. Checkers are mainly from the layout group. If you want to know more about all this, please drop in a comment. I will cover it in my next video. Then comes the material, which is the money part. For to be in the material, you need to have the knowledge of the materials, for which a degree in mechanical engineering or material science metallurgy is required. Then you should have the knowledge of the material standards, and you should have the neck that which material is suitable for which service. There are standards which can cover it, but you need to be little innovative. You have to apply your mind into this. Then material engineer is supposed to prepare the specifications. A lot of details goes into that specification. They make the material requisitions, purchase requisitions, data sheets. So this will be covered in detail in my next video about the material engineering. Then comes the stress analysis. Why is stress analysis needed when the best person has done the layout, when the best person has selected the material, optimum routing is there, then why the stress analysis is needed? It is needed because we have certain limiting values of the stress and the loads. To keep the loads and the stress values within limit, the stress analysis is carried out. All those who have done the mechanical engineering must have read the subject strength of material. So strength of material is applied here in stress analysis. So you need to have a mechanical engineering degree and the knowledge of the codes. predominantly. And Caesar 2 AutoPipe are the two softwares which are mostly used. There are other softwares also which are used for stress analysis, but majorly these two software. If you have knowledge of these two softwares, it is good. Then comes the 3D administration part. 3D administration, as the name suggests, it is the administration of the 3D softwares. So if you have the neck for the software, why? Because you will have to do the troubleshooting. When all the designers work together, obviously there will be some problem. You will have to troubleshoot those problems. Then you need to have the knowledge of the piping components, because the 3D administrator is supposed to prepare the database of the software. This database is used to make the 3D model. So you need to have the knowledge about the piping. And sometimes the 3D administrator, the same 3D administrator looks after the civil as well as the electrical requirements also. So knowledge of electrical and civil will be an added advantage. Then in a model review, there are 3 model reviews usually in a big plant, at the 30% stage, 60% stage and the 90% stage of any project. So the 3D administrator is required to navigate the model. So the 3D administrator is supposed to have little bit knowledge of the plant he or she is working on, so that it is easy for him or her to navigate through the plant. Then predominantly we are using PDS, SP3D, E3D, PDMS, CADWorks and AutoPlant in our industry. If you want to know more about it, please drop in a comment. I will cover it more. Then comes the latest topic, artificial intelligence in piping. How artificial intelligence is used in piping. These days softwares are being developed where if the software knows the from and the destination of any line, it will draw the optimum routing. Such softwares are being used in pre-bid engineering stage as of now, but as the development is going on, it is possible that they will be used in the detail engineering stage also. So you have a scope here. Then pipe erosion and corrosion. Lot of data is collected for erosion and corrosion, and these data are studied, and as per that the piping engineer or the process engineer, they calculate where the corrosion is occurring, what should be the thickness of the pipe. And then this artificial intelligence or the data science is being used very vastly in oil fields and pipelines, because maintenance of pipelines is very tricky and it requires a lot of time and effort and money. So this data analysis, data science is being used to develop the things, or it will help the technician to maintain, to do the maintenance of the pipeline in an effective way and in a lesser time. So there is a lot of scope in this area, and this artificial intelligence in piping I shall be covering in detail in my next video. Now, why career in piping? Why I am emphasizing career in piping? Because see, all these industry which I have listed here, pharmaceutical, fertilizer, cement, power, chemical, oil and gas, they all are booming and the jobs will never run out. Maybe oil and gas is facing a slump right now, but it will come up. So a lot of scope is there, new fields are there, and as I said, piping is not only piping, it is layout. Then in layout also you have draftsperson and the designer and the checker. Then material, stress, and then 3D. So a lot of scope is there in piping. If you want to know more about it, please drop in a comment. I would like to share my experience more on this topic. Thank you very much for watching. Jai.